The thing when you dream, no, especially pag andun ka pa sa 50-50, pag hilaw pa, hindi pa hinog, ganyan. You may wanna keep it to yourself kasi most of the time, girl, pag brinodcast mo na yan sa mundo, pero hindi ka pa naman talaga yung 100% sure, no? You would then receive unsolicited comments. You would then receive, oh, talaga ba? Kaya mo ba? Andun yung self-doubt, andun yung matatakot ka ulit. But in reality, the fear that you may have felt is something that you have adopted from the environment, from the people, from the conversations that you got into. Hi! So, welcome back to my channel. Ayan yung vibe natin today. It's autumn. Pero technically winter na. Hi everyone, this is Odyssey. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my corner of the world. I do love playing this kind of vibe, ganyan. Kasi lakas maka-warmth, lakas maka-bring ng coziness. Lalo na ang lamig-lamig na naman talaga sa labas. Last week, no, I got a Q&A about my nursing journey papunta dito sa Germany. Shout out to Helena. And it really made me reflect back on my journey kasi hindi siya madali. Coming from someone na wala ng hospital experience, kumbaga, this is a big thing for me. Now, looking back on my younger self, having that thought whether I should pursue by my profession, I am scared to start over. I have that anxious feeling of moving abroad kasi wala naman ako nang kakilala dito. But reflecting now, how happy that I took that leap of faith, that despite that fear, I had overcome that. I wanted to share with you this Q&A kasi baka you're on that phase too na you dream of moving abroad pero andun yung takot. May it be if you wanted to move sa Canada, sa US, sa Germany, sa New Zealand, sa Australia, wherever it may be. Maybe namimiss mo na din maging nurse pero hindi mo alam saan ka magsisimula ulit. Those questions in our head sometimes, no? Parang, kaya ko ba? And you always have this kind of parang self-doubt. Ay girl, hindi nga ako marunong mag-IV. Ay girl, bakit ko naman girl papahirapan yung sarili ko? Tigilan natin yan. But sometimes, no, that voice doesn't stop. It's that silent whisper. Sometimes, no, when you dream, no, you know what you want, you know your why, but you don't know the how. Girl, kasi hindi natin job si how. Ang job lang natin is to understand our what and to understand our why. Enough na yun. Yung how would be kay Papa God. Let's leave it to Him as well. Kasi for sure, I know bit by bit, step by step, that path lightens up as we go along our journey. So it's already enough to know your why kasi yun talaga yung paghuhugutan mo ng inspiration, ng motivation to go through with your journey, especially when the going gets tough. Alright, so first question I got from Helena. What was your aha moment in nursing school when you realized na this is what I am meant to do? It didn't start off like that for me kasi naman talaga, it was my mom who chose nursing for me. The college was more like, alam mo yung basta may mapasa ka lang or basta makatapos ka lang sa college. Although when we're studying about anatomy and pathophysiology ng diseases, I was just fascinated. I remember nung college, whenever we report sa unahan about certain diseases, I always feel like it's a story on how cells communicate to each other, trying its best to make us healthy, trying its best to fight off the certain diseases. And it wonders me how our body functions as a whole. Yet sadly, hindi kasi natin nare-realize yun. We don't think our body enough on the things that it do for us and basta nakakasad lang. Now, fast forward noong 2018, I was also on that very low phase ng buhay ko na gulong-gulo ako kung ano ba yung gusto kong i-pursue sa life. And then randomly, I met Kuya, one of my schoolmates nung college, no? Told me about the opportunity to work here in Germany. And he said na kahit wala ka ng hospital experience, basta mapasa mo yung SPRA course, you can work as a nurse dito nga sa Germany. Now, I realized, no, looking back, sometimes yung pinag-pray natin would come to us in very random situation. Who would have thought na pauwi ako sa bus noon, very randomly, nakita ko nga si Kuya and we had a conversation about what I was praying for. Now, looking back, no, when I come to think of it, sometimes the prayer that we seek for or the answer that we seek for doesn't come to us very loud na, girl, uy, pansinin mo ako, girl, ako yung pinag-pray mo. But deep inside, I know that you have that inner knowing. Kasi if hindi yan para sa'yo, girl, hindi mo yan papansinin, for sure. So after 9 years in call center, no, the decision for me to go back to my profession, to move abroad, to move to Germany, is a decision that I just made for myself. I didn't even consult my mom about it. I didn't even tell all of my friends about it. The thing when you dream, no, especially pag andun ka pa sa 50-50, pag hilaw pa, hindi pa hinog ganyan, you may wanna keep it to yourself kasi most of the time, girl, pag brinodcast mo na yan sa mundo, pero hindi ka pa naman talaga yung 100% sure, no? You would then receive unsolicited comments. You would then receive, oh, talaga ba? Kaya mo ba? Andun yung self-doubt, andun yung matatakot ka ulit. But in reality, the fear that you may have felt is something that you have adopted from the environment, from the people, from the conversations that you got into. Kasi you listen more to the voices in your environment rather than kung ano ba talaga yung gusto mo, rather than on your own voice. Fast forward today, no, every time a patient would say na, thank you, na acknowledges the service or the work that we do, girl, iba pala yung feeling, that sense of fulfillment na, girl, nakatulong ako. That's my aha moment these days, and kumbaga, I'm happy that I have made that decision. Now, if you can go back and tell your first year student self one piece of advice, what would it be? That it's okay. Na some things just don't make sense. You don't have to figure out life all at once kasi naman talaga it is a journey. Pero sure ako na whatever is meant for you will never pass you by. Let it be your mantra too. Ang sarap na hindi mag-worry sa future, no? Kasi again, whatever is meant for you, girl, it will never pass you by. Promise. Talaga naman. What was the most exciting part about preparing to move to abroad besides the ideas of new adventure? It does feel like an opportunity to reinvent yourself. I always share no, na I don't have hospital experience since I did not pursue being a nurse after passing the board exam. It wasn't our time na you have to pay a facility or a hospital to get into training and all. Sa lahat naman nakaka-relate, you know what I mean. It feels like moving to Germany is a chance for me to know if being a nurse is really for me or not. Kumbaga, mas takot ako to think na I would regret my decision when I'm 70 years old and I'm still having those kind of thoughts na sana pala pinurso ko yung pagiging nurse, sana pala pinurso ko yung chance or opportunity to move abroad versus yes, nahirapan ako, yes, nag-failed ako, pero I know na hindi to yung para sa akin. You know what I mean? But the person that you become to through this journey, what you have gone through, no, ay girl, magbe-bless ka sa kanya. That sense of pride na minsan nakakaiyak isipin na girl, nahirapan ako pero nakaya natin. And I also want you to tap yourself on the back, no, every time you go through a very challenging phase of your life. Kasi naman talaga, Papa God did not promise na smooth sailing lang lahat. But more than those challenges, no, we learn how to adjust the sail. We learn how to become a better sailor. And of course, traveling is a bonus kasi mayroon tayo ng Schengen visa. I really wanted to collect good memories, good experiences para pagtanda ko, I can just look back and smile with those experiences that I tried, that I have experienced, that I have allowed and permitted myself to try. I have permitted myself to dream. At what point did you start dreaming about working abroad, and how did that dream start to take shape? Now, this is funny. It was during high school, I would say, when I read the book Paper Towns by John Green, though that dream was really planted when I was in grade school. I remember in our computer subject, no, alam mo yung time na, syempre yung malalaki pa yung computer, may malaking CPU, tapos gumagamit pa tayo ng floppy disk. Diba, during our computer subject, tinuturoan tayo paano gumamit ng computer. So, our teacher told us that time na palitan namin yung desktop background. And I saw this picture. It was autumn. It was so beautiful. It was magical. Parang fairy tale siya. And it looks like, alam mo yung different hues of autumn. Yung red, yung brown, yung yellow na sobrang ganda lang talaga. And I started imagining how would it feel if I would see it in my own eyes. What was your most surprising or unexpected thing about moving abroad that you hadn't imagined before? Na kaya ko pala. Na despite all those fears and doubts na I told myself, my other side pa pala. And more than me talking about my fears, I have courage din pala. I told you, no, one of the tattoos that I had, ito, yung fall down 7 times, stand up 8. I also have another tattoo in my hip. And it says, feel the fear. It's supposedly to say, feel the fear and do it anyway. But I only had do it anyway kasi girl, masakit pala. But then I realized, alam mo yon, feel the fear. It's an emotion na ako naman talaga yung nakakaramdam. So it's enough for me just to have it tattooed, do it anyway, para hindi natin ako masaktan. In what ways do you think living abroad has deepened your appreciation for Filipino culture? As I settle here in Germany, no, I can see better now how different our culture as Filipinos is kasi we have this pakikipagkapwa culture in which we look after another person. Although living abroad would really teach you how to become self-reliant, independent, ganyan, definitely it's also hard pag may sakit ka, if you have an emergency, tas wala ka ng close friend or family nearby. Nakaka-miss to have those people around you na would support you or would look after you, especially pag in-need ka naman talaga or pag may emergency ka. Moving abroad is really not for everyone kasi andyan nga yung social isolation and then your homesickness, those problems that we face kasi maliit nga yung support system mo. Another thing that I appreciate about Filipinos, no, is that we have this ease of going through with life na kahit mahirap yung trabaho, na kahit toxic sa trabaho, lalo na pag magaan yung kasama mo, parang andun yung motivated ka pa din na, girl, kayanin natin to, girl, galingan natin, girl, go, tapusin natin to, wag na tayong mag-break, ganyan. Pero toxic yan, pero may time pa yan kumanta habang nag-work, ganyan. So the work, kumbaga, becomes lighter. Sometimes, German foreigners can really be very strict, very structured na, girl, locker lesson tayo. And as for us Filipinos, no, we go with the flow lang. We make ends meet. And that's what foreigners say about us as Filipinos, no, na friendly tayo, na warm tayo, na smile lang. Kasi girl, talaga naman pinagtibay tayo ng bansa natin. We have learned how to become resilient. So I'm ending this vlog by inviting you to shut down the noise and listening to what you really want. Ano yung dream mo para sa life mo? Ano yung mga gusto mong ma-experience para sa life mo? Kasi girl, you're very much capable. Pero sometimes, no, ang kalaban natin is yung sarili natin kasi we don't permit ourselves, we don't allow ourselves to dream, we don't allow ourselves to experience other things. So I hope somehow this vlog would make you think otherwise. So thank you so much for being with me today. Again, this has been Odyssey. I'm sending you light and love, and I hope I'll see you on the next. Cheers! Last week, no, I got a Q&A with a nursing student about my nursing journey here, papunta sa journey. Ay girl, hindi pa ata ako ready mag-vlog. Oh my God.